Yep, it's finally happened. This is perhaps one of the biggest stories in the history of pro wrestling. The day WWE fans, superstars, and WWE corporate employees never thought would come, as former WWE chairman Vince McMahon has officially retired from his corporate role and will no longer be officially involved in any day-to-day operations in WWE. This also extends to his creative input, as McMahon will also be retiring from his hands-on role in relation to the WWE creative team. But not only that, Brock Lesnar has just walked out of SmackDown in anger because of the news. Yeah, what the hell is going on in WWE? Well, let's hit the intro and find out. Also be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out Wrestlelamia.co.uk and our non-wrestling channel, Incredible. Where do we begin? Well, let's start with the announcement that dropped today, as an official tweet was sent out by Vince McMahon, and then McMahon issued an official press release. The press release stated, "As I approach 77 years old, I feel it's time for me to retire as chairman and CEO of WWE. Throughout the years, it's been a privilege to help WWE bring you joy, inspire you, thrill you, surprise you, and always entertain you. I would like to thank my family for mightily contributing to our success, and I would also like to thank all of our past and present superstars and employees for all their dedication and passion for our brand. Most importantly, I would like to thank our fans for allowing us into your homes every week and being your choice of entertainment. I hold the deepest appreciation and admiration for our generations of fans all over the world who have liked, currently like, and sometimes even love our form of sports entertainment." McMahon would go on to announce who will be taking over his corporate duties in WWE, and this task is being passed over to his daughter Stephanie McMahon and CEO Nick Khan. McMahon continued saying, "Our global audience can take comfort in knowing WWE will continue to entertain you with the same fervor, dedication, and passion as always. I'm extremely confident in the continued success of WWE, and I leave our company in the capable hands of an extraordinary group of superstars, employees, and executives, in particular both chairwoman and co-CEO Stephanie McMahon and co-CEO Nick Khan. As the majority shareholder, I will continue to support WWE in any way I can. My personal thanks to our community and business partners, shareholders, and board of directors for their guidance and support through the years. Then, now, forever, together." Whilst McMahon is citing his age as the reason for his immediate retirement, this must be taken with a huge pile of salt. McMahon has been accused of paying off women with hush money, and there are apparently more stories to come. It begs the question, how long has McMahon known about these stories that were going to be released? Well, PW Insider is reporting that McMahon made the call to officially retire around a week ago, and the subsequent appointment of Stephanie and Nick Khan followed. McMahon was adamant on having a match at Wrestlemania 38, and McMahon is traditionally reserved in getting involved in TV segments, but he has been overly keen as of late. The past few months have seemed like a last hurrah for McMahon, and has given him an opportunity to say goodbye to the fans. While some fans are questioning why McMahon would decide to retire, especially as it was reported that he wasn't fazed at the allegations, if more allegations are set to be released, McMahon may believe it would be easier to step back from WWE completely. We don't know if more women are going to come forward with allegations, and with McMahon officially stepping back from WWE in theory washed their hands of McMahon and the allegations. The allegations are for McMahon and McMahon only to deal with, and this could be his thinking behind the retirement. But what happens next? Now, with McMahon out of power, things will likely change, and they could change with immediate effect. McMahon loved to micromanage everyone and everything, and whilst his management style is outdated, especially in pro wrestling, McMahon believed it was one of the reasons why WWE became the juggernaut they currently are. This way of running things received widespread criticism from pretty much everyone who has departed from WWE in the past 2 decades. In fact, virtually every single superstar who's left WWE in favor of joining AEW has cited McMahon as the main reason for their unhappiness in the company. Talents such as Jon Moxley, Miro, and The Revival have stated that McMahon is completely out of touch with modern pro wrestling. They claim that McMahon fails to understand what modern wrestling fans want, and McMahon is immune to radical change and innovation. The new regime may wish to take more of a hands-off approach to their creative, and this could extend to things like less scripting of promos and more creative freedom in character and gimmick development. With Stephanie and Nick Khan at the helm and Triple H returning to his head of talent relations role, this seems like a great team to make appropriate changes to WWE. One of the ideas being thrown around is introducing Paul Heyman as head of creative. It is said that Triple H and especially Stephanie have a fantastic relationship with Heyman, and Heyman's creative direction will instantly create buzz and excitement with the fan base. Heyman has had previous stints as a member of the creative team, but the relationship between Heyman and Vince always broke down and resulted in Heyman departing from the position. McMahon has made every major creative decision in WWE for decades, and now fans can expect fresh and innovative wrestling content. Some say McMahon was stuck in his ways and was reluctant to change. This will now be a non-factor with him out of the picture. All the storylines currently presented on WWE television were implemented by McMahon. It'll be interesting to see if WWE goes into reset mode. Theory in particular was a McMahon prospect, as McMahon was one of the few who believed that Theory could be the next John Cena and subsequent face of the company, but it's unknown if any others in WWE share that same vision. Theory is currently Mr. Money in the Bank and is set for a SummerSlam showdown with Bobby Lashley. If Theory's booking and presentation changes over the next few weeks, we'll know that the new WWE management aren't as high on the young star. Another creative direction that McMahon was heavily involved in was the introduction of NXT 2.0. This left behind the black and gold brand in favor of newer talent who was still getting started in the world of pro wrestling. Since the dissolvement of the old NXT, there has without a doubt been a lack of interest in NXT 2.0, and what used to be a highlight of WWE programming every week is now TV that fans can afford to miss. With Triple H also going back in his EVP role, could WWE and Triple H look to revert back to the black and gold brand era for NXT? Well, time will certainly tell. If this isn't a direction WWE goes down, Triple H being heavily involved in the creative team would be a move that WWE fans would very much welcome. Triple H's writing and storyline development for Black and Gold brand was second to none. Triple H's attention to detail and focus on character motivations and giving every storyline meaning was a welcome change of pace in WWE. This style of writing being introduced into the main roster could seriously be game-changing. Fans could quickly notice that the WWE product feels rather different and maybe more fresh. It's possible that the visual presentation of WWE changes too. Kevin Dunn, who is executive producer of WWE and has been for decades, has a style, and is pretty much reluctant to change this. Dunn was said to have an amazing relationship with Vince, but his relationship with Stephanie and Triple H isn't the strongest according to a number of sources. So could Dunn be replaced? Could Dunn leave? It's now certainly an option that the new regime has. Well, we know that WWE held a talent meeting backstage at SmackDown. This was said to be a simple meeting just explaining that McMahon was gone indefinitely. We also know that Brock Lesnar though walked out of SmackDown before it was set to go on air, and fans have speculated that this was linked to the departure of McMahon. Initial reports are indicating that Lesnar took exception to McMahon's retirement, and we know that both have had a father-son style relationship, so Lesnar is clearly hurt by McMahon's departure. Outside of Lesnar, certain talents have established relationships with McMahon. These include the likes of The Undertaker, John Cena, but with one retired and one semi-retired, WWE won't have to worry about either of these walking out of the company. It's said that Stephanie in particular has a fantastic relationship with all talent and is said to be welcoming and easy to work with. The same can't be said for Vince, who was often cited as intimidating and never having time to speak to talent. Triple H is also said to be popular with talent, so him and Stephanie teaming up to sail the ship could certainly be a smart move, and it would be extremely good for morale backstage. And this is one of the biggest, if not the biggest day in WWE history. Things are never going to be the same again, and the landscape at WWE has officially changed forever. What do you guys think of the news of Vince McMahon retiring? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.